I've got Glenn Mill coming up, and he's going to do a quick 20 minutes. We're going to have a startup pitch, and I would like the audience to sort of take part in this and view it as well. So I'll bring Glenn onto the stage. He'll introduce it, he'll host it, and we'll get some startups to pitch. So over to you, Glenn.
Okay, thanks, Adam. A few months ago, Adam asked what we were going to do here. Initially, the idea was for some hackathons, but that wasn't going to land. So what we thought was we're going to do some pitches, and we're going to have local people or local companies do that. So we reached out to the One Tech Hub and the Opportunity Northeast, which is a great facility, but really supports founders in the digital space in the Northeast. So thankfully, they've shared 6 or 7 different people who will do a startup pitch today of around 3 minutes. Each one, as I say, 3 minutes each. There's going to be a buzzer that's going to pull them off. And if they don't come off, I've got a big shepherd's hook in the side that's going to drag them off. So first up, I've got Sankesh, who's the co-founder and CCO of Volquant. Here you go, Sankesh.
Right, excellent. So in the interest of time, I'm going to hope that the presentation comes on very soon. At some point? Yes, there you go. Fantastic. So, hello everyone. I'm Sankesh Sundareshwar, co-founder and CCO for Volquant. We're building an AI project colleague, and what happens? Right. Going forward. There you go. Yes. So we've built this AI project colleague for various clients. Our current clients are Shell, NSTA, Adura. We have live deployments, and we've also deployed in some large organizations. As you can see, we're SOC 2 kind of compliant. What are we actually doing, and why are we building this? The manual cost of engineering. This is what I want to talk about for a minute or two. There is a lot of work that engineers do. 20% of it relies in searching for information. About 30% is in admin-related tasks, and these two are actually not value-added. This is something that an engineer has to suffer. So my background is in engineering. I work in engineering for the last 20 years. So a lot of my time used to go in actually finding information, searching for it, doing admin-related compliance checks of these engineering data sets, right? And only half of my time went in actually doing the engineering and the value adding for the business. So what do we do at Volquant? At Volquant, we are doing 4 key things. We've taken a project on all the data in a project. We're searching for that information very quickly so that the engineer can get information quickly when he wants it. He can write technical reports very quickly, and these are high-quality engineering reports that are written by our AI model, and that's actually used by our client these days. And also, we are using a key deliverable, and which I'm going to demo to you in a minute, is actually a vendor submission redline markup tool. So this is an example of what we are building. So that's the demo. All right, clicker doesn't work. So I'm going to just describe it to you in the interest of time, right? So what we have there is a typical choke valve, and what we do there is, yes, not coming, not today, okay. What we do actually is we take this kind of data sheet and we're able to pass it through our system, and the system will look into it in detail and tell you all the issues that are there in this data sheet. Right? So this is done over multiple data sheets, hundreds of data sheets in a project. You can do it over 100 of drawings as well, and you can mark up those drawings. And what we're seeing is a lot of productivity gain, and we're seeing this in live projects across Shell and Adura, where between 30 to 50% of productivity gain is actually seen in projects. And that way we're getting time back, and this time is kind of used for other things that engineers can add value in. Thank you very much. That's my LinkedIn pitch.
Okay. Feel sorry for their Sankesh, some technical issues, but you did a cracking job. Well done. That's a really good buzzer, actually. It brings me back to the 80s and 90s TV shows. Next up is Jan Loh, co-founder of Deeplify. Jan Loh, sorry. Apologies.
Yeah, hi everybody. We at Deeplify, we're building the AI native intelligence layer for asset integrity, helping operators to automate inspection and integrity workflows and also reduce downtime. The reality today in asset management is you have your inspection data and reports living in PDFs, then maintenance logs are stored somewhere else, and all your asset context actually lives in your management system. So if an integrity engineer now needs to come up with a maintenance scope or complete a risk assessment, they first need to spend days gathering the context and create a picture before they can make an actual decision. And here the problem is obviously time being lost for the mundane work. So often integrity failures happen not only because the engineer makes maybe a wrong decision, but because the important signal is somewhere stored in the contractor database or PDF. And the 10% critical data and cases that actually need the engineer's attention are buried under 90% of mundane, non-critical work. And this is not only a data problem, it's also a safety problem. At Deeplify, we solve this by connecting the fragmented data into one system and then have dedicated AI models to help analyzing the inspection context, cite the references, check it against codes, and then prepare the decision for the engineer. But the engineer will stay in control and make the ultimate call. So this entire system only works because we always let the decision be made by the engineer, and the AI is only supporting with all the data collection and mundane work that would usually take up all the time. And one important thing I want to highlight is, because it was mentioned a couple of times today, is we agree that for AI use cases, clean data is the foundation. But we also have the belief that AI can already help you in building that clean data foundation. It depends on what AI are you talking about. Just to give you a concrete example, you want to create an agent that maybe supports an integrity decision. This is fed with all different inspection and maintenance data logs, but who makes sure that this data in your database is actually of high quality? If you support the work of inspectors, for example, with dedicated AI models who have only one job, finding anomalies and critical defects in your inspection data, they can actually flag those inconsistencies from inspectors, check it against codes before those reports ever become a log in your database. So what we think is that the operators that will win in the next 10 years will be those who stop treating inspection as the annoying thing you have to do before you can actually operate on your asset, and treat it as a unique advantage to create more insightful data. One last thing, here's a concrete example of what we did. We take wall thickness measurements or radiographic readings, automatically assess it, check it against codes, and create a norm-compliant report. But we're also happy to discuss this during the conference. Thank you.
Great time in there, Jan. Next up is going to be Javad, founder and CEO of Venue Global Limited. Javad, you here? Yeah. Yep, thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Good afternoon, and I hope you enjoyed the show so far. I'll be quick in favor of all of us because it's hot today. I want to begin with two difficult reminders from our nose industry. In recent months, and not much far from we have gathered today, two offshore workers lost their lives in separate fall incidents. One through fragile flooring and another through unsecured deck grating. 2 lives, 2 falls. In both cases, a dangerous condition existed before final moment. These incidents remind us that safety is not only about procedures, training, or investigation after something has happened. It's also about whether we can recognize the risk as it develops and whether we can intervene at the right time. That is the challenge VNX is addressing. VNX uses artificial intelligence to transform existing cameras and operational data into an autonomous health and safety organization. Today, thousands of safety observations are still made manually. Organizations invest millions in behavioral-based safety programs and spend thousands of working hours collecting and reviewing observation data. Yet 50% of those data can be incomplete, inconsistent, or captured too late to prevent the event itself, as we discussed about data quality in the last panel. VNX automates that journey from observation to conversation and from conversation to real-time intervention. Our technology does more than detect a person or object or unsafe condition. It connects each observation to operational context to real action. Our vision is to enable the autonomous HSE organization, an organization that continuously observes operation, identifies emerging risks, supports scalable and targeted training, and enables intervention at the moment it matters. We want to help operators move from periodic observation to continuous awareness, from reactive investigation to proactive prevention, and from fragmented safety data to timely, integrated, evidence-based decisions. In an autonomous HSE organization, AI monitors continuously, operational teams receive right information at the right time, HSE professionals focus their expertise where it creates the greatest value, not doing repetitive tasks, tedious tasks, and critical risks are addressed before they become incidents. We are actively working with globally recognized organizations and industry partners at a scale of hundreds of units, including Shell, PDO, and KPO. Today, we are looking to connect with more North Sea industry leaders as partners to shape the future of HSE together here in Aberdeen. Thank you.
Thanks, Javad. Next up, we've got Iva Atanasova, lecturer at University of Aberdeen.
Hi everyone, I'm Eva. I'm lecturer at the University of Aberdeen. I'm as well entrepreneurial lead on Think Forward CABUS. That's a transformation readiness diagnostic, ideally pre-investment. This all started with my PhD research 13 years ago. And back then the wave was social media. So what companies did then was they rushed in, they created accounts, they were like outsourcing it then to agencies, giving their accounts on social media to the receptionist to manage. They were really bolted it on and rushing for the efficiencies, pushing cheaper, easier, quicker messages to your audience, but they were never really opening the box of what was really this technology giving to the company, and that was the customer's voice. So they chased really efficiencies, the measurable thing, and missed totally effectiveness, the thing that really matters. This was my PhD at the University of Portsmouth, and I feel that AI is this box arriving once again, and many of the companies are making the same mistake. So they're jumping, buying AI, getting stuck in the pilot purgatory, and wondering why it's not scaling to organizational value. However, research shows that 94% of leaders are expecting return on investment on their technology investment within the first year. Only 30% are seeing it actually. It's almost never the technology, it's whether the organization can actually absorb what comes after. That's the question that nobody asked before the money goes in. I really liked what was discussed here in the last panel. It's about identifying the problem. AI is not the painkiller of every problem the organizations have. So, companies as well measure the wrong things very often. They would measure spend, milestones, adoption, things that are easy to see and to measure, but whether actually the company can execute change, absorb change in a very disrupted environment it's another thing. Operational fit and context need to be measured. That's what we do with our platform. So we built an online platform that measures this operational fit of the organizations. It's based on 13 years of research at the University of Aberdeen, and it's multi-level, 30 minutes per respondent. We are as well at the moment running Scotland's first transformation readiness index. That's a separate study. I would like to ask you to really scan the QR code and just complete it. Take these 10 minutes to build a national picture. Thank you. Stopping here. Leaving some flyers.
So yeah, folks, please click on the QR code if you can. Thank you. And thanks for that, Eva. Next up, we've got Ben Bamford, founder of Care 26, please. Is there a Ben Bamford in the room? Is there a Ben Bamford? No? Okay, we'll go to the next one then. Next one is Peter McAteer, CEO of Sysmax. No? Okay. I think of the whiskey tasting. I think you've chased him out the room with that, Adam. So, okay, can I just then, if that's the end of it, can I just say thanks very much to all the people who pitched, and can we all give them all a round of applause for getting up here? Thank you.